Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So as you may know, today's video is going to be slightly different because a new top extreme demon called Limbo has just been verified by Bgram. Huge GG's to him. I've seen everyone making a lot of videos about it, whether it's trying out the practice mode of the level or showing how hard the layout actually is. But today I want to do something slightly different. I'm gonna make a review of this level since I don't think anyone has done this yet, unless I guess Wolsey uploads before I did. But anyway, let's get right into the video. Okay, so now I have a copy of Limbo, and now I'm going to make kind of like an analysis part by part. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here we have the first part, which I think is the most iconic aside to the last part. And if I'm not mistaken, this part is made by Juhao and Findexi. I kind of like how the layers of slopes are here, so there are like multiple possibilities to go, or one is only correct. And here we have the piano keys, which actually match up with the music in the level, which is just using the piano instrument for the first part. One thing interesting about Limbo is, unlike other... okay, why do I keep dying here? Unlike other memory extreme demons, this one actually gives you sort of hints about where to go. So if you saw just now, you can clearly differentiate the real spikes and the fake spikes. So here there are multiple ways to do this level actually, but what I prefer to do is just drop down here and go into a wave portal. And now we have the second part, which is simple wave section. I forgot who made this part, but I think I can see a name at the bottom, I guess. Yeah, I can see that this is Lumpy's part. So essentially what we need to do is remember where to go and avoid all the black circles. So this part's pretty simple overall. Anyway, this transition is a bit annoying because you'll have to hold for exactly the right time, like this. And we go into the third part, which is by Lieb and TH31. So I don't go this route normally. What I want to do is go down here like this, and then hit these dash orbs. So this part is essentially about toggling blocks on and off, and you have to remember where to go, which is pretty straightforward actually. But this one took me a while to figure out. You have to hit the ceiling of the slope and then go through the upper portal. And now we go through this ball part where you have to toggle on and off blocks, which is a pretty simple gimmick but pretty tough to make gameplay for, but still an all-time classic. And now we enter the fourth part, the Noodles part, and here we get a bit of conventional gameplay, but need to remember where to go, I know. And we have to hit the hero orb, and notice how we can't jump here, because we would not be able to fit into the gap of some monster. Instead, what we want to do is go hit the normal speed portal down there, this yellow orb, and do this simple UFO memory. Just kind of go down. Whoops. Okay, so there we go. And then red orb. 1, 2, 3. And now we enter Vismuth's part, where it's also pretty fun to figure out. You have to enter the right portals or else you're going to fail. And again, as I mentioned before, unlike other memory levels, this one actually gives you subtle hints on where to actually go. As you can see, the ground spikes look slightly different here. So now we have a fun little Easter egg. If we hit the edge of this block, this message will appear, but I don't really care. I don't know what happened, so let's just avoid activating that message. So we enter to this next part, which I forgot who made it, as the Marie level. So just hit these orbs. I didn't expect this as first, but you have to fit through these two saws, and I died. Okay, there we go. And then I think this is Jenkins' part. And again, cool gimmick with all these rotating blocks that toggle on and off. I actually like it very much. So I have to land on this block here, hit this blue plate. There we go. And we have this confusing way section. Again, there are subtle hints to tell you that this is a dead end and we have to go down. And I kind of forgot what happens here. Okay, you go down here, back orb. And then now we arrive at one of the most annoying parts in this level in my opinion, which is Jazor's part. First of all, the entry to this part is a bit tricky as you might get impaled by the 3 spikes there. Okay, the start of this part seems easy, but it actually has a major difficulty spike later, as you will see. Hit this back orb, jump, and it's going to move away in the nick of time, and hit this, jump here, pink orb. And now we enter the most annoying part in this level. I'm going to turn on hitboxes for this, and you see you have to hold here. The annoying part about this is that the obstacles move up and down so fast that the whole timing seems way easier than it actually is. So I have to hold here. So it's very hard to tell that if you've made it through the timing or not. So as you can see, I just died, although I thought I'm going to hit that black orb that I should hit. Okay, nice. And then I hit the black orb here and hold all the way, and I let go just at the correct timing. And for the 2 portals I'm going to enter, I have to position myself precisely, or else I'm going to get hit by those spikes again. So there we go. And then I'm going to go up, hit this green orb. There we go. This took way less time than expected. The last time I tried doing this part, it took at least 15 minutes. So there we go. Now we enter the next part, which is the Goose and Riders part. This part's pretty easy to memorize. I've tried bottling this home many times now, so I should remember. Also, again, notice how there's subtle hints to this part. As you can see, some of the real blocks have actually yellow border pulses instead of blue. And like this transition here. This part is actually, I think, most easy to memorize, but still confusing enough for first timers. Along with the clean design, which I like very much. So all of this combined makes this my favorite part of Limbo. And next, we arrive at this part with an extremely genius gameplay gimmick that I wouldn't expect Crazy Man 50, this guy who made this, I don't know, questionable level, to make something such genius. But so, we can control how these blocks that resemble snakes move, either pause, forward or backward, and there's, as far as I am aware of, one correct solution, which is pretty hard to make. Props to you, Kurmal, you're a genius. This is also one of my favorite parts. Very nice. And now we have Zephyrox and Stormfly's part, which involves a lot of rotating objects, to say the least. And for it to work only one route or another, this gimmick is used amazingly effectively, along with the other gimmicks that are used in this level, which makes Limbo such an interesting level. So much gimmicks and they're executed to perfection. And then you have this mini way part that again drop you subtle hints to where you're actually supposed to go. If you observe closely, fake spikes and real spikes look slightly different, and I think that's a very good way to hint. But this second half, I think, is purely memorization. I can't see any way to tell if you're on the right track or not, but still, at least we're halfway through the level now. Good job, guys, on surviving this video so far. Okay, so we now arrive at this kind of parallax gameplay part, and as far as I'm aware, there's also only one way to do this, which is pretty genius, and I think I went the wrong way. Whoops. Okay, so we go pink orb, mini portal, green orb, blue orb, red orb, jump here, hit this blue orb blade, then we go into the ship. Nice. Black orb. Again, like many other gimmicks in this level, this is one of the more popular ones, and it's pretty hard to execute it. So, the Limbo team, you guys did well. So I go down here, and then I think you dash. There we go. And now we enter Parallax part. Again, there are multiple ways to do this, but I go this way. Hit this red orb. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, and then skip this orb. Oh, okay. I hate UFO physics. Yep, that works. And then I have to double click this. Notice how, like, when the blocks move, the spikes interchange from real to fake to, I think, none at all, which is pretty cool. And then we hit the sleeping here, and then here's the part that requires no memory at all. There's a nice break, and we get into the key change part of the song. And now we get a throwback to some generic gameplay, which is kind of nice. And this part's gameplay is done by none other than one of the more famous gameplay creators out there, which is Temp. So you get a nice little break from some gameplay gimmicks. So I just do this, I guess. Then we get into this robot part. The next part is somewhat similar to the last part, but now we have a lot more different gameplay portals and orbs and different types of structures all mashed together in one piece, which is both confusing and chaotic, which is, I think, the point of this level, I guess. And then we go here, come up, hit this trigger, and do this tight timing, and just do whatever I have remembered, and then you get a sick transition into the next part, which is by Wheel and Hawk. This part is kind of a throwback to some very old kinds of memory levels, And this is one of the more popular memory gimmicks used back in the day, which is the silent clip-side memory. Since Weo is sort of a veteran of this game, he also used this kind of memory and gameplay in his past levels, and I think it's sort of nostalgic for older players who try this. So it's a nice little throwback part. And now we have the sport field. This part is the second most annoying part in the whole level in my opinion, since for these orbs you have to time perfectly or else you might die, although you're on the right track to hit all the correct orbs. Again, there are multiple ways to do this, but not much. It's pretty impressive. You can also see how Pog's building style stands out here, with many of the default objects showing up and making a very cool atmosphere. And then we have this small transition into the final stretch, which involves a dual ball gimmick that has nothing to do with memory at all. I think it's sort of a break for the memory part of the brain, I guess, because we have a very iconic part to go through later, and it's going to involve some brain power. So, okay, this is taking longer than expected. Let me try beating this first. Okay, so there we go. And now we head to the second last part. This part seems confusing, but it's actually pretty easy once you know how to do it. And then we just hit this green orb, time it, kinda, and then 1, 2. And then enter this field of blocks that's kinda hard to navigate, so I'm just going blindly here. I still can't figure out how this part works. And we died. So I think we go here. Yep. And jump, I think. Yeah, that's what we do. And now we arrive at the final key selection phase. But in actual, you have to do some extra clicks here and one around here. Oh, okay, that was too early. I think here? Nope. Okay, I think here. Okay, I guess here. Okay, this is taking a while. Let me turn on hitboxes. Sorry. Me when I forgot where to jump. Can't imagine. Okay, so that was way too early. Okay, there we go. So now we arrive at that infamous key memory. So I actually asked my brother to help me up here to keep track of the keys while I do a waist spam and look at the stunning background. This is actually pretty cool with the low arcs at the background and the spinning saw things, which is, I think, is a pretty cool effect. And now we have the background flashing scenes of the entire level to remind us about our journey, how far we've come. And we are going to select our key. So we can also just pray that this macro actually works, because I've tried 5 times and 4 times it didn't work, so wish me luck. Okay, so I see it's the purple key, so let's select it when it flashes. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Okay, so editor's note, the macro didn't work, so I'll be attaching a different showcase from what I did just now. And the RNG system is different every attempt, so I couldn't select the correct key for the showcase. Just a heads up. Okay, editor out, bye. So here we go, here's the fake end screen, and anytime now, and I'm pretty sure we selected the correct key. There we go. Okay, during the actual recording, I didn't have the chance to do an actual conclusion, so here's what I have to say. Limbo was a very high quality extreme demon and it has finally been verified. And it's pretty cool to see how this level is not entirely skill based anymore, and it's more towards memory and memorizing how the level goes, which is how Geometry Dash was meant to be played in the first place. So it's nice to see another extreme demon after so long that's actually built on this principle. Also, here's my controversial prediction. The demons will have a hard time placing this, but I think it will be placed at around the legacy list, because once you figure it out it's pretty easy to do, or at most around top 30 or 40. But I think that's fine, because this I don't think is a creation that is, oh my god, it's a new top 1, but I think this should be remembered for the Geometry Dash community for years to come. So yeah, that's about it. That's my conclusion. So yep. Okay, so thanks for watching, I guess. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I guess I have nothing more to say. So guess this is it. I'm going to put the full showcase at the end of the video, and have a good day.